On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Slum.
A heavily populated urban area characterized by poor, rundown housing and infrastructure, often associated with poverty and social neglect.
Examples:
Slum area, slum dwellers. The government needs to invest more in affordable housing options to reduce the number of people living in slums.
Cosmopolitan.
Having a wide-ranging perspective and interests, embracing diverse cultures, and having the experience of living in or being familiar with many different countries.
Examples:
Cosmopolitan city, cosmopolitan lifestyle. The city was known for its cosmopolitan culture and diverse population.
Antidote.
A chemical substance or remedy that stops or controls the effects of a poison or disease.
Examples:
The antidote to the poison. The antidote for aging. Knowledge is the antidote to fear.
Reactionary.
Relating to or advocating a return to a previous state of affairs or method of doing things, typically one that is seen as outdated or regressive.
Examples:
Reactionary forces. Reactionary attitudes. The school's administration has a reactionary stance on student protests and free speech.
Nationalist.
Relating to or supporting a political ideology that emphasizes a strong sense of national identity and devotion to one's own country.
Examples:
Nationalist sentiment. Nationalist revolt. The nationalist rally attracted thousands of supporters.
Emit.
To give off or send out something such as light, heat, sound, gas, etc.
Examples:
Emit a gamma ray. Emit air pollution. During the unloading, the container box emits a clicking sound.
Homicide.
The act or instance of killing another person, murder, manslaughter, or other unlawful violent killings.
Examples:
Mass homicide. Serial homicide. The detective was called to investigate a homicide in the city.
Megacity.
A huge city, especially with a population of more than 10 million people.
Examples:
Megacity pollution. Megacity project. The fishing village grew rapidly into a bustling megacity.
Parochial.
Related to or characteristic of a small or narrow-minded community, often referring to a geographic location or mindset, having limited or narrow knowledge or experience of the world outside one's immediate surroundings.
Examples:
Parochial views. Parochial community. The parochial attitude of the small town made it difficult for outsiders to feel welcome.
Visualize.
To form a mental image or concept of something, to make something visible.
Examples:
Visualize data. Visualize flying through space. She tried to visualize the layout of the new house in her mind.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Fragility.
The quality of being easily broken, damaged, or destroyed, the state of being delicate or vulnerable.
Examples:
Fragility of life. Emotional fragility. The fragility of the glass required careful handling during shipping.
Unstick.
To free something that is stuck or adhering to something else.
Examples:
Unstick the door. Unstick the pages of a book. I had to use a knife to unstick the envelope from the table.
Converge.
To move or draw together at a specific location, of lines, to move towards the same point where they join or meet.
Examples:
Converge of a series. Converge from different points. The two rivers converge into one near this area.
Cyclone.
A violent, rotating windstorm that forms over tropical waters and can cause extensive damage to coastal regions, also known as a hurricane or typhoon, depending on the region in which it occurs.
Examples:
Cyclone warning. Devastating cyclone. The cyclone's strong winds and rough seas severely impacted the fishing industry.
Agon.
A contest or competition, typically one in which participants exert themselves physically or mentally to achieve victory or surpass others.
Examples:
Emotional agon. An agon of creativity. The weightlifting competition brought together athletes from different countries for an international agon.
Displace.
To force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displace workers. Displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Plight.
A difficult or unfortunate situation.
Examples:
Miserable plight. The plight of the poor. The government has ignored the plight of the homeless population.
Unrest.
A state of agitation or disturbance, lack of calm or peace.
Examples:
Unrest in the city. Cause unrest. The recent political unrest in the country has led to widespread protests and civil disobedience.
Perilous.
Involving a high degree of risk or danger, hazardous or fraught with potential harm.
Examples:
Perilous journey. Perilous terrain. Climbing the cliff was a perilous adventure.
Limestone.
A sedimentary rock that is composed mainly of calcium carbonate, which is the mineral calcite.
Examples:
Sheer limestone cliffs. Limestone pavement. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built using blocks of limestone.
Swamp.
An area of low-lying land that is flooded or saturated with water, often having a growth of natural vegetation.
Examples:
Muddy swamp. Swamp tour. The lowland swamp was full of dangerous animals and poisonous plants.
Seep.
To flow or leak slowly and gradually through small openings or spaces, to ooze or trickle out gradually.
Examples:
Seep cool and moist air. Seep into paper. The rain began to seep through the roof, causing damage to the walls and floors.
Gulf.
A large ocean inlet or deep bay that is partially enclosed by land.
Examples:
Gulf War. Gulf Stream. The Gulf of Mexico is a body of water in the southern United States.
Rehearsal.
A practice session, usually for a performance or presentation, during which people prepare and fine-tune their performance, often with the help of feedback from others, the act of rehearsing.
Examples:
Dress rehearsal. Music rehearsal. The theater company had its final rehearsal before opening night.
Hinterland.
The remote or less developed areas beyond the main urban areas or centers of activity, a region lying inland from a port or coastal settlement.
Examples:
Hinterland tourism. Remote hinterland. The vast hinterland region was filled with untamed wilderness and natural wonders.
Deforestation.
The act of cutting down or burning trees in a large area.
Examples:
Deforestation of the tropics. The lowest deforestation rate. Large-scale deforestation also has a significant impact on marine ecosystems in the area.
Gloomy.
Characterized by a lack of light or sunshine, resulting in a dark or dim atmosphere, feeling despondent, dismal, or melancholy.
Examples:
Gloomy mood. Gloomy expression. The gloomy weather made staying motivated and happy throughout the day hard.
Encroachment.
An act of moving or advancing into someone else's territory or area of control, an invasion or infringement upon someone else's rights or interests.
Examples:
encroachment of territory, encroachment on personal rights. The encroachment of the new housing development on the wildlife habitat caused concern among environmentalists.
Tamp.
To pack down or compress tightly using a tool or instrument, to suppress or reduce something, such as an emotion, a conflict, or a rumor.
Examples:
tamp down fighting, tamp tobacco into a pipe. Be sure to tamp down the soil around the newly planted tree to secure it in place. Undocumented. Not supported by written evidence or having the necessary written permission.
Examples:
undocumented worker, undocumented command. The Border Patrol has recently been focusing on cracking down on undocumented non-citizens. Migrant. A traveler who moves from one region or country to another, especially to find work or better living conditions, a bird or an animal that moves from one place to another. Examples: migrant worker, the movement of migrant birds. The government revoked his license to employ migrant labor crews. Defiance. Behavior characterized by an open refusal to obey someone or something. Examples: fierce defiance, adopt an attitude of defiance. He acted in defiance of our decision. Enact. To make a law, to put something into practice. Examples: enact new legislation, enact the smoking ban. The government enacted this law in 1925. Urbanize. To make an area more urban in character or nature, often through the development and expansion of cities or towns. Examples: urbanize a region, urbanize transportation systems. The government plans to urbanize the rural area by building more housing units and improving transportation infrastructure. Industrialize. To organize the production of something into an industry. Examples: industrialized service, industrialized textile production. The nations of Southeast Asia will quickly industrialize and catch up with the West. Opportune. Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose. Examples: opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time. Livable. Capable of being lived in comfortably and sustainably, suitable for human habitation. Examples: livable city, livable housing. Finding a safe and livable neighborhood is important when looking for a new place to live.
Devolve.
To transfer or delegate responsibility, power, or authority to someone else, often as a result of a process or procedure. To degrade, deteriorate, or regress to a less advanced or more primitive state or form.
Examples:
Devolve into chaos. Devolve his rights. As time has passed, the responsibility has devolved to the younger generation.
Decarbonize.
To stop or reduce emitting carbon gases, especially carbon dioxide, by replacing energy made from fossil fuels with renewable energy.
Examples:
Decarbonize their manufacturing process. Decarbonize its energy system. We have to seek methods to decarbonize its fossil fuel economy.
Congest.
To make something blocked or crowded so as to hinder or prevent freedom of movement or flow of liquid.
Examples:
Congest in a vein. Congest a highway. The roads to the airport were heavily congested.
Walkway.
A path or trail for people to walk on, typically in a park or garden.
Examples:
Install a walkway. Walkway bridge. The walkway through the park was a popular spot for joggers and walkers.
Hydroelectric.
Relating to the generation of electricity from water power, usually by using turbines or generators powered by falling or flowing water, utilizing the energy of water to generate electricity.
Examples:
Hydroelectric stations. Hydroelectric dam. The town decided to convert its power source to hydroelectric energy.
Disperse.
To spread out or distribute over a broad region, or to cause something to do so.
Examples:
Disperse false information. Disperse the protesters. Before authorities dispersed the protesters, they yelled slogans.
Footprint.
A mark of a foot, shoe, or animal's foot left on a surface.
Examples:
Footprints in the snow. The footprints of an earlier civilization. We choose transportation that has a smaller carbon footprint.
Sprawl.
To sit, lie, or fall with one's arms and legs spread out.
Examples:
Sprawl out luxuriously on the sofa. Sprawl for acres. The lush vegetation sprawls across the wonderfully landscaped gardens.
Commute.
To regularly travel a particular journey, especially between one's home and place of work. Noun, a regular journey of some distance to and from your place of work.
Examples:
Commute to work. Daily commute. He had to commute 2 hours each way to get to work.
Pilfer.
To steal or take small amounts or items in a sneaky, casual, or inconspicuous manner. To steal petty or insignificant things.
Examples:
Pilfer money. Pilfer jewelry. Thieves often pilfer items from unlocked cars.
Leapfrog.
A children's game in which players take turns jumping over each other's stooped backs.
Examples:
Leapfrog game. Leapfrog technology. During recess, the children played a game of leapfrog in the schoolyard.
Renaissance.
A new growth in activity or enthusiasm in anything, particularly art, literature, or music.
Examples:
Artistic renaissance. Industrial renaissance. Folk music is now experiencing a renaissance.
Barber.
A person who cuts men's hair and shaves beards as a profession, a shop or establishment where such services are offered.
Examples:
Favorite barber. Barber pole. The barber shop was closed on Monday, much to the disappointment of many customers.
Marvelous.
Causing wonder or astonishment, excellent.
Examples:
Marvelous performance. Marvelous power. The view from the top of the mountain was marvelous.
Metropolis.
A large and densely populated city, typically the most important city or the capital of a country or region, a major center of commerce, culture, and activity.
Examples:
Metropolis skyline. Bustling metropolis. Paris is a romantic metropolis famous for its art, fashion, and cuisine.
Amplify.
To enhance something, particularly sound or brightness.
Examples:
Amplify a signal. Amplify the effect. You might need to amplify this point.
Veto.
The power or right to prevent a decision or law from being enacted or enforced, typically granted to a person in authority, such as a government official or a president.
Examples:
Veto power. Legislative veto. The president's veto prevented the bill from becoming law.
Exert.
To put forth effort, to put into action, to bring into play.
Examples:
Exert control. Exert influence. He exerted himself to lift the heavy weight.
Amaze.
To fill with wonder, surprise, or admiration.
Examples:
Amaze and entertain visitors. Amaze everyone. The magician's tricks amazed the audience.
Pragmatist.
A person who practically approaches situations and problems, someone who prioritizes usefulness and functionality over abstract principles or ideals.
Examples:
Pragmatist perspective. A true pragmatist. As a pragmatist, she always focuses on finding practical solutions to problems.
Solver.
A thinker who finds an answer to a problem or a difficult situation, a piece of software or the algorithm that solves a mathematical problem.
Examples:
Puzzle solver. Linear solver. The flow solver is validated against the experiment.
Diplomat.
A person appointed by a government to conduct diplomacy, equals the management of relationships between countries, with one or more other countries or international organizations.
Examples:
Allied diplomat. Expel a diplomat. The senior diplomat worked tirelessly to negotiate a peace treaty between the two countries.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Paralyze.
To cause a person or part of the body to become unable to move or feel.
Examples:
Paralyze a city. Paralyze a person. The venom from the snake bite paralyzed his arm.
Visionary.
Having or showing exceptional foresight and imagination, not practical or realizable, speculative.
Examples:
Visionary business. Visionary ideas. The visionary leader had a clear plan for the company's future.